everybody, welcome back to Stroup Knives YouTube. I am Sarah BB. I will be your host for today. I work in the knife shop, as most of you know. If you follow us on the Instagram, then you have probably seen me. And today I have lovely Mr. Bart Suggs with us today. He is one of our lovely knife connoisseurs, makers, technician, yep. In the shop, and I will be interviewing him today, but I will let him tell you about himself. So, Bart, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Bart.
What do you do for us at Stroup Knives?
Just about anything that needs doing that falls in my wheelhouse. I love the fresh steel coming in. We'll get it drilled and tapped. So we're new line we're doing screwing on the handles. Saves a lot of time and a whole lot more uniform, a whole lot neater. It's really nice, but you just got to do small batches as you're tapping them to make sure that they all work very well, steel being as finicky as it is. So texturing knives, grinding, try to keep up with a lot of stuff around here. Heat treating is a big thing that we have to do around here in batches, and so
we get it, Bart. You do everything.
Oh yeah.
Bart's our field trip man. It goes from going to Lowe's or going to the bakery to get some donuts, whatever we need. This is Bart. So how long have you been with us, Bart?
I actually started a week of Labor Day in 2021, so I haven't been here that long. Didn't have a whole lot of experience in metalwork, standing in the right place at the right time when I saw that they needed some help. I live very close, and so contacted Chris and met and interviewed with Chris and his wife and Sarah. And Sarah's been the longest running employee currently on staff. And so apparently I passed the test. And
I picked him myself.
I've been here for a few months and I enjoy it very, very much.
So did you ever see yourself making knives? Because I know you told me that you used to make knives with your kids, so tell me about that.
Yeah, well, our eldest male child and youngest male child, when the Forged in Fire series started, they wanted to get into that, so we built a forge out of a old charcoal grill and had an electric fan put in it, and then so that we could get the temperature up, and did all kinds of stuff, and none of it worked really, really well, but we had a good time messing with it, just enough to be dangerous. And of course, as they grew older and didn't have time for it because of other, school and jobs and other things, it kind of fell to the wayside. But it was always interesting and to watch the firsthand holding onto the metal and watching how it went through its different processes. And I guess every boy growing up tries to take something and turn it into a knife, or gets a broken knife and tries to turn it into a better knife, and it never really works out. So when you come to somewhere that actually was a knife making company, and it's very small here, it's great, and but you actually get the hands-on process. Your hand literally touches the steel, every process from raw steel to the finished product, and seeing how all that comes together. It's just been an amazing thing for me, and it's like a place of peace. It's just a joy to be here. Most days I look at my clock and it's like, man, I got to leave. And so I've never had a job that I love quite like that before. So I've enjoyed it very much here, and seeing how everything comes together. And Chris has really set out a very good plan and program to make sure all of his products are top notch, and just trying to continue in that and quality control that has just been a dream for me.
So before you worked at Stroup Knives, you were part of our lovely law enforcement. So how do you use what you learned in law enforcement experience and everything else? How do you use that to help you in this business?
I don't know. I guess just laying out, as as a law enforcement supervisor, learning to lay things out and make a game plan and keep a plan going for not only for the day, but for the week, for the month, for the quarter. Things you have to look at, and that so really seems to fall in line with Chris's vision, and to be able to assist him with that in this business. Just having planning and strategy skills. Like I said, it's a small business, so it's not like there's a lot of adult supervision going on. In fact, somebody probably needs to watch me, but
that's my job.
That's right. But just the way everything comes together is as far as planning things out and as far as helping the business run and doing my part to help as just try to apply that technically, and it seems to work.
What's your favorite part about working for Stroup Knives?
It's a small company. You get to see everybody that works here every day, every morning. You know, Chris is coming in here, and if you don't know him, he is on fire every morning, and you're still trying to drink coffee. And he's just we got to do this, that, and then you have to take what he says and turn it into a daily plan, a weekly plan, a monthly plan. And every now and then you have to stop him and say, "Hey, buddy, where you going?" It's like, "Okay, I got a stack over here for you to do. I need for you to stop that and go catch up with this, and then we'll come back to that." So, doing that, but being here in a small has been great. I've worked in a couple other small businesses since I retired. I loved them, being in small businesses, but this one here, it's the smallest, and it has been just spectacular because of the relationship you have with people, the way everybody gets along, and just I don't know, it's just a joy to work here.
Well, I think you answered one of my future questions about what are some of the plus sides and negative sides to working for a small business versus a corporation.
Well, like I said, when you work for a major municipality, and all the hoops you have to jump through, and when they say human resources, they don't mean it. They mean humans you can dispose of. When you come here, you actually try. Everybody works together to try to bring each other up, make sure everybody's staying on track, everybody's doing a good job, everybody's in a good mood, everybody's happy, and it's just an amazing difference. Your ideas are actually heard. If you have an idea for something, it may have already been tried, but you say, "Hey, I got an idea for that." And Chris would say, "That's a good idea." Or he could say, "I've tried that before and it broke immediately, so we're not going to do that." And you don't have to send paperwork up the chain, and nobody puts out a memo in your honor about, nobody should do this, even though it's very effective and it works, So it's I don't know, it's just a whole lot better, hands-on, closer interpersonal communication skills with people, better relationships. It's just been a great thing.
What's your favorite part of the knife process to do?
The heat treat.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry. The grind. No, wait. The tap. No. All of it. Like I said, I love it. The fact that we touch that metal from beginning to end. Hands are on it. And just every part of it is great.
The forbidden popsicles.
Yeah, the forbidden popsicles, when it gets to 1,530 degrees, it's like, man, that looks like a push-up, but you better not. So we nicknamed them the forbidden popsicles.
What's your least favorite part of the knife process?
Probably some of the fine work that goes around the handle. Luckily, Sarah handles most of that as far as doing the grinding, because it's you got to have a very good attention to detail when doing that, and I'm kind of like dropping bombs, not doing finesse work. But she does very well with that. Chris does very well with that. Adam's working on that, and he seems to be doing well at everything he has put his hands to since he's been here. He's been amazing, and but probably the minute, detailed handle work is probably my least favorite thing.
What is your favorite kind of knife that we have here?
All of them. Probably my favorite has been the GP2. It's a good all-purpose knife. I do like the Mini. The Mini Mod is actually my favorite. I carry one. It's got a modified blade, so it's got a little bit more of a belly to it. Still a very sharp, pointy, sticky thing, but it's good for all-around skinning for squirrels and such. And but all the products here seem to have a very good purpose, or dual purpose, and but I think the GP2 would probably be one of my favorite blades that we've made just thus far, that he makes thus far. We just did some prototypes and getting some steel for some saxes, and I'm looking very forward to seeing the finished product in that, because just the way we cut one out of Kydex to see what it was going to look and kind of how it was going to feel was very, very exciting. So I'm looking forward to those coming back and get started on those.
All right, pivotal question before the last one. Who's your favorite employee? It's me.
It's going to have to be Sarah.
Yes! I knew it. It's because I picked you, Bart.
That's right.
So that's why. I would just like to let the audience know that Bart is the shop dad. for just about everybody. Well, especially me and Gabe. Literally Gabe, because Gabe is his son. But he's also like my shop dad. And the Stroup children have lovingly dubbed him Grandpa Bart. So you're very loved here, Bart. You're very loved here, Bart. All right, last question for you. Where would you like to see the business in 5 years?
Man, I can't even imagine what I've seen the business do in 6 months has been amazing. The next 2 quarters and the end of this year, where I see it being is amazing. But in 5 years, I would like to see this having 50 employees, 5 days a week, turned into not a corporation, but continuing this vision of taking metal and turning it piece by piece, hands touching it the entire time, into practical, custom knives that you can use, and seeing people be able to take them and enjoy them and use them for their purposes. You know, we have a big military following, we have a big law enforcement following, have a big, I guess you would call camping, survivalist, but just general purpose knives you want to keep one on your belt for whatever reason. But to see people be able to enjoy these knives the way that they were intended to be, it would just, like I said, I would love to see this place, quadruple in size and continue this vision. And I guess that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down with me, even though I had to bug you to death to do it.
There's stuff to do, Sarah.
I know. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you, Bart. Thank you for sitting down with me, and we will be seeing you in future endeavors.
Thank you.